this is Lori, also known as Inspire to Act, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you a recap of my experience on the 100-day raw food challenge, what I learned from it, what changes that occurred that I noticed, and all that good stuff, and my advice to whomever is considering trying a raw food diet. First of all, whoever is considering a raw food diet, I would like to emphasize the importance of hydration and greens as being the foundation of your diet. What I found is that I tend to leave out some of the greens, and I went a little high fat. Some of the nuts and things was too much fat. Now I believe that we should have a little fat, but I was going overboard. So when you're trying to stay 100% raw, and your body isn't used to feeling so light and so free, sometimes we want to weigh it down with fattier foods. So I absolutely did that. I am guilty of it. Complicated recipes, just not even considering the caloric value of it. I think that greens have more nutrition per calorie than anything else. So if you're concerned about nutrient-dense foods, hit up the greens, whether it's, you know, kale or collards or spinach or whatever it is, or you're doing the E3 Live or spirulina or all of those Vitamineral Green, all that good stuff. Definitely make sure that the hydration, pure clean water, and greens is the foundation of your diet. Victoria Butenko mentioned that each person should have at least 2 bunches of greens a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I don't know. So I wasn't getting all that in, so I'm going to make sure as I progress that that's what I'm going to do in future challenges. So what I learned from raw food is, first of all, that I tend to be very good at ideas and then leave them behind instead of finishing up and following through on challenges. I noticed that pattern more and more with myself, and that's something that I want to definitely do, is finish what I start. So that was very evident. But as far as aesthetically or physically, what I noticed that this, I'm going to start from the top of the head and work my way down. My scalp, the oils in my scalp that excreted, first of all, I used to have to wash my hair a lot more than I do now. Definitely when I cut out certain animal products and things like that, I noticed that my scalp didn't have, you know, the stinky hair, sweaty. Even when I work out, go to the sauna and everything, and I'm sweating, I'm not getting that same stench through the scalp. I mean, that sounds pretty extreme, but I just don't have to wash my hair as often. It's not as oily. My scalp isn't as oily, and it doesn't give a bad smell like if you go so many days, it just smells dirty. That doesn't happen for me as much. Breakouts on my skin, especially during hormonal periods of my cycle, I would normally get breakouts underneath my chin and on my face, and definitely I would feel like painful breakouts. That's something that I just don't experience anymore. If I do get a tiny breakout, I mean, it's so minute, it's almost nil. So that is something that has really cleared up. I actually just watched a home video of when I was about 22 years old, 23 years old, and I could see a huge difference in my complexion and the color of my skin. I just have a more rosy glow, not as pale or pasty, nor, I don't know, just I think the coloring of my skin actually looks really good. I think that's just from eating very vibrant, rich, colorful foods. Let's see. The whites of my eyes, I noticed they became much whiter, and in the inner portions of my eyes, I had a little yellow nodule, and I was told that it was from the sun or whatever. Nobody was really able to give me an answer that I was satisfied with. I could do an herbal wash for a year, and maybe it would diminish. I could get it surgically removed. I wasn't down for any of that. So I noticed actually over a year and a half ago, I did a lot of cleansing, fasting, and things of that nature, especially on my liver. Milk thistle, dandelion, and lemon were the things that I hit pretty good. And I noticed a significant improvement in the whites of my eyes. And then, of course, continuing on with the raw food, it just took it again up to another level. So definitely what we're putting into our bodies is affecting the way we look. I noticed that I don't get sleep in my eyes, and I don't have a mucus discharge. Needing to wipe my nose, clear my throat, or anything in the eyes, it just doesn't exist for me. Even with earwax, I would notice that I didn't even really have very much earwax, very minimal bodily discharges at all. Same with body odor, things like that. I mean, I would notice it if I ate cooked food, I would have body odor right away. So I also noticed no plaque buildup, or very minimal plaque buildup on my teeth. My tongue just felt clean, my mouth felt clean. Just my entire body ecology felt balanced. My nails became stronger. And oh, my workouts. I was able to go up to like 3.5 hours in workouts, go 7 days a week. My endurance, my stamina, my recovery became much more rapid. Now that could be because I was conditioning along the way. Because I remember in the beginning, I was having much more body soreness than what I was experiencing later in the challenge. But definitely, I mean, I could never imagine being able to do 3 hours plus of a workout in a day. So that was pretty interesting to see that I wasn't down the next day. I was able to get up and work out again and just keep going. It was like the Energizer Bunny. As a matter of fact, while I was in Vegas, we all went out dancing, and one of the guys there kept saying, "You're like the Energizer Bunny." And I'm thinking, well, yeah, hello. I eat good, man. I'm not weighed down. You've got that energy going. So, definitely lighter sleep, more restful sleep, but lighter sleep is something that I noticed. And just the ability to focus and have clarity improved for me, getting a vision on who and what I want, kind of feeling like I became more in touch with the spiritual side of me, and a huge urge within to discover my own human potential. So a lot of clearing of the baggage, either emotionally, spiritually, and physically, just kind of things that things opened up for me. And of course the aesthetics is what really helped me. My digestion improved, my cycles became lighter and less, how would I say, just I wouldn't even realize that I was having a cycle actually, but trying to think what else really happened during that during this challenge. Those are the things that come to my mind right away, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what continues to evolve. Originally, when I started the raw food lifestyle, it was all about aesthetics. I didn't want to have cellulite. I didn't want to have wrinkles. I didn't want to have acne. You know, I wanted to look youthful and all of these things. That's why I started it. I never really thought that it was going to have other effects as far as my vision and my purpose and feeling a connection to my spirit as much as it has. So I'm very thankful for that. And so I'm ready to continue on with discovering what I am capable with. I'm considering the 80-10-10 program, definitely some more cleanses down the line, and getting my 2 bunches of greens in. So that is what raw food I've experienced, what I've learned, the changes that I have seen, and I truly believe in it. I truly know that it's the universal diet. You can give a small child the same diet as you would you know, a senior citizen, regardless of whatever health conditions. Raw food, especially the greens, is going to benefit everyone. You know, you might not be able to refer the South Beach diet to a 5-year-old, not like you would feed them that, but, you know, nor would you possibly give that to a senior citizen. But the raw food is just so simple, so basic. Fresh fruits and vegetables, you know, eaten organically, you know, like Dr. Douglas Graham says, ripe, raw, whole, organic, fresh, and seasoned. I don't know if I'm saying it all right, but it's so simple. Just what's fresh, what's in season, what's organic, it's whole, it's raw, let's eat it, you know? Let's not complicate it. So anyway, I love raw. So I really want to make it a deeper part of my life. Like I said, I would stop eating raw. Now, when I say stop eating raw, I mean stop eating 100% raw. I still have always maintained a very high raw diet, approximately 80%. So I'm looking to step it up because I noticed a big difference between 100% and say 90%. So there are levels to improve upon. So looking forward to seeing what more comes of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys give raw a chance.